And this is because Liberty with Curtis Hart and Chris Bornstead is currently out of the studio doing the police academy thing or getting over his sickness because he's sick. I went to go get my coffee cup from his house today, and I knocked on the door. His dog's just wigged out like normal, and I went in like normal. And he was laying on his couch, just totally crashed out. Like he still had his remote in his hand. So tempted, and it wasn't like it was like up here, like up in the air. But he was totally crashed out, and I was like so tempted to take a picture, but then I saw my coffee cup sitting there on the thing, so I just grabbed it and left. So yeah, Chris is sick. He might be at the police academy thing, spreading his germs in the rest of town, but I mean that's what.
He's not a dick. I don't think he'd do that.
No, I don't think he's doing that either. So right now we have Jeremy.
Well, if you're there, Chris, call in. Or maybe you're sick.
Call in with that hoarse voice. And so yes, now we have Jeremy the Wizard in the studio, and my wife Catherine, and we are moving the studio to my house pretty much because it's warmer.
Yeah,
it's bigger.
Fuck this weather. I'm sick of it. Can we have weather control already? It's 2015.
They've been working on it up in Alaska for a while.
No, come on now. You're talking about the
I don't know the exact technical term for it.
What is that place?
The weather control.
Chemtrails. Communism.
Yeah.
Communism through chemtrails.
No.
I have a friend that's
the HARP. That's what we're talking about. No,
yes.
all that is it's just an observatory. It's a passive observatory for the upper atmosphere.
Is that what they say?
They can make auroras, but you can't see them. Only a computer can see them.
That's what the government claims?
Yeah. And that's what it is. And they've shut it down by now anyway. No, other people claim that it causes earthquakes and all this kind of crap.
I pretty much know that the government's lying when they speak up.
Dude, the government can't lie about anything. They don't even know what they're doing. Like, I'm serious.
I mean, that's an excellent point. But
no, I'm serious.
They don't know what they're doing.
Hillary Clinton can't even freaking send an email without everybody fucking knowing what the hell's going on.
She definitely can lie.
Well, obviously. She's a massive liar.
So, there you go. So, we
anyways, we have nothing to talk about tonight.
There's nothing
we're just
to talk
bullshitting.
about. There's nothing happened this week. So, what happened with you? What's new with you this week?
Oh, nothing. Just saw The Force Awakens last night.
First or second time?
Second time. Well, the first time I saw it in 3D, which is like watching going to see the Mona Lisa at the Louvre with a welding mask on. I suggest no one ever watch movies in 3D because it's just garbage.
So you're just not a fan?
Well, no, because I'm like, unless there was something wrong with the 3D technology or whatever at the theater I went to, it was just garbage. It was like looking through a welding mask.
Was it at the new theater there?
Yeah, it was at the Regal Cinemas.
That's where we saw it in 3D, and I was not impressed with.
Yeah, see, thank you.
Like, it wasn't worth the extra bucks for the 3D, that's for sure.
I didn't even want to see it in 3D.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see it in 2D.
Well, now you had that chance last night.
That was pretty awesome. Although, at the theater pub, their poor speakers are blown. I don't know what they've done there.
They got no THX.
Well, maybe they should be charging more than $4 to see a movie.
I'm like looking around going, what's that scratching noise?
Oh, that's awful.
So, one of the new things that happened this week was there was another Predator squad.
Oh, yeah. What's going on with that? I only briefly saw something about it.
So, briefly, I caught 3 more people, turned them in to the county sheriff.
No, wait, 3?
3.
Damn.
Now, the Facebook only knows about the one, because I only needed their help identifying one person. So it's not like I'm just keeping everybody abreast of absolutely everything I do. It's not like I'm searching for the Facebook fame as one moron.
Oh, yeah.
Decided to post.
Was that,
I don't know who it was.
Stephen Perry? Stephanie Perry?
Stefan Perry, I think. I don't think so.
Oh, okay. That guy sucks.
But, So yeah, I needed help identifying one of these dirtbags. He said he was 18 years old. He was looking for to have sex with a 12-year-old.
What did the post say that he responded to?
It just said something about being excited for spring break.
That's so weird.
With a bunch of girly emoticons.
Yeah. And then and my first question to him was, how old are you? And he said 18. And then I told him he was 12. And the dude goes on to explain how, and I asked him if that's too young, and he's like, oh, well, legally, yes, but I make my decisions based off looks. Make my decisions based off looks. It's like, oh. Okay, have fun explaining that one.
How do you just not slay these mortals?
It takes a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Control. I apparently am just completely filled with all sorts of self-control that the average human doesn't think that they possess. Because that's what a lot of people say. I'd just kill him. I'd just shoot him right on the spot. I'd just cut his nuts off right on the spot. Whatever you could possibly think I've read online was what most people would do right on the spot.
Right.
Right on the spot would end up probably creating a big mess and evidence, and which would end up being the end of liberty for Curtis Hart. So that's not going to happen. That sounds like an awful idea. It much sounds better to get the police involved, and instead of physically damaging the person, you just get them a sex offense charge that they're not going to be.
Yeah, that is true. See, that's thinking. Instead of just beating the living shit out of them.
Yeah, I mean, if I was an actual, vigilante,
right,
you wouldn't hear anything about this.
Yeah, you just sniper rifle the motherfucker.
They would just assume,
Yeah.
Oh, not even that. I don't even need to get into it, but no one would be hearing about what's going on. They would just assume these deadbeat guys, moved or something, quit paying rent.
Right.
But that's not what's going on at all. I turned them over to the police. So, got this guy to give up his first name, give up his picture, which was a picture.
I've seen a little bit about that.
His picture was of himself in the second floor of the Health and Science building at LCC. And I even asked him, oh, where's that? And he's like, second floor HSB building at LCC. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you go to LCC.
So wait, you told him...
Someone knows you!
That the girl, quotation marks, was 12.
Yeah.
Right?
12.
And, wow.
And he's all like, by the way, I go to college.
Oh!
And I don't have this stuff on my phone anymore because I erased it after I gave it to the cops. So then he says that he's going to college, and then I asked him, oh, do you drive? And he's like, yeah. And he's got this it's a really nice pimpin' blue Mustang from 07 Mustang. And he had this professional photo taken of him in front of it, as part of his senior picture. Part of his senior picture. And so I'm like, yeah, somebody's gonna notice this picture. And so he sent 2 pictures of himself, and then proceeded to talk about having sex with the minor. I'd come pick her up. Yeah, come pick you up in this car. Blah blah blah. Lives out in Rose Valley. Blah, blah, blah. So, it just kept on giving me all this information about him.
Wow.
And then he's all like, do you spit or swallow? 12-year-old. And,
oh my god, she's
12.
Probably playing Pokemon, asshole. Right?
That's totally what I'm going to say I'm doing next time when they're like, what are you doing?
I don't think you know enough about Pokemon to say that.
No, but I can Pokemon Wikipedia right up and just start jabbering about it.
I don't know anything about Pokemon either.
I don't know nothing about Pokemon, but some kids do, yeah. All I know is that you follow almost all your sentences with an emoji. And I looked up the band.
You look up how 12-year-old girls talk?
I looked up the band One Direction.
Oh God.
Because this is funny.
I didn't know what song.
I had no idea. I didn't listen to any song, but I knew of the band One Direction, but I couldn't remember their name. So I had to Google boy band 2015. And then so like I found it, I'm like, oh, One Direction, that's the name of that group. Okay. Because at one point he's all like, what kind of things are you into? And I'm like, fucking One Direction and video games. And then
Plants vs. Zombies.
There we go. I'll say that in a second. And his response is all like, no, I meant like, what's your cup size? Do you spit a swallow?
Oh my god!
Just like, oh.
So you're being all innocent, like innocent 12-year-old conversation, and
halfway.
yours is nasty.
But I mean, I am fishing, so I do throw bait out there. Like.
Right.
So
you read these messages?
No. No, that went straight to the police.
Yeah.
I didn't even read the messages or like anything. All that evidence, seriously, like as soon as Curtis woke up, it went straight to the sheriff.
Pass that around.
So we do that. He's all like, well, you want to see it? And I'm like, oh yeah. And bling, sends us a picture of this. What I'm assuming ain't his.
Who does that?
I'll just leave it at that. I doubt that.
Seriously, anybody out there who's sending dick pics, are just dumb.
Yeah, he either sent somebody else's dick to what he thought was a 12-year-old, or he sent his dick to what he thought was a 12-year-old. Either way, you're burnt.
Dude.
And then conversation went on for a little while. Basically, he was saying that he was tired is the reason why he couldn't leave the house that night. But then it basically came out like he lived with his mom and his grandma. He typed mum, M-U-M, and he said he was bloody tired. I'm like, what?
So he's English?
What are you watching? Channel 10? You watching Downtown Abbey over here or Downton Abbey? Nerd. And then so.
Don't besmirch nerds. In fact, nerds don't watch Downtown Abbey. They be watching
I think it's Downton.
Whatever.
No, like I left my
Why don't
phone up in the air.
they just damn English just talk like the people on fucking TV already? Come on.
So,
anyways, side note.
We we got him, and then at some point. And
what do you look like? How old is this guy? What's his name? Let's put him on blast.
Oh, I put him on blast, and I've received a 7-day Facebook ban for putting him on blast on Facebook. I don't remember. It's Casey Ken Conaway. That's what it is.
I don't. Where's he from?
That's the name that everybody told me who it was.
Yeah.
And at first okay, so he blocks me. I end up asking him for information on his Facebook. And I'm like, so can I check out your Facebook photos? And he's just like, no. And then he blocked me. And I'm like, oh, you blocked me. What a douche. I mean, you already kind of gave me all this information about you, dude. And
wait, how do you block you on Facebook if you're a fake person?
Blocked me on the Whisper app.
Oh.
Didn't block me on Facebook. Blocked me on the Whisper app.
Okay.
And so, is this... We are... Hello, test? Okay, yeah, it's going. For some reason, my whole entire screen gets screwed up every time I turn on my computer now. It's all like cattywampus. Anyways.
Cattywampus is the word that people should use more often.
I agree. That's a good word.
So what happened was he blocked me because I asked him for the Facebook information. And...
Oh, okay. That's where that came from.
And then he's like, ding, block. I'm like, oh, well, you already gave me all this information, and it won't be hard for the Facebook to give me your last name for when I take this down to the sheriff. And so, I put up, the evidence that was necessary. Like, people are like, oh, it only looks like part of the conversation's here. And I'm like, yeah, 'cause I'm, giving you 6 hours worth of conversation.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen a little bit. Yeah. I know where it's going.
You don't need to know all that information. Here's the text where he talks and... admits that he's X age and recognizes her age and recognizes that he makes his decisions based off looks and not what the law says, which is kind of opposite about what, my statement about not caring what the law says. I'm going to do what's right. He just flipped that shit.
Dude, 12, I don't care what the law says. 12 is just way too young.
Yeah. I don't need a law to fucking tell me not to have sex with a 12-year-old.